Hello, welcome to another video. I haven't done one for a while, but I've been down to the waste centre. A friend over the road works there. I went down there to have a look round and come across a pallet full of these things, which are CCTV kits. Now, these are all new old stock, and I've quickly found the reason why they're on the e-waste pile, because they are cheap Chinese junk. And I'm going to tell you why you should avoid buying these sort of things, these typical CCTV kits, for various reasons, which I will go into. But typically in the box, you'll get actual recorder itself in there. What else you get? And you'll get accessories. And there should have been some cameras with this as well, but yeah, you get 2 Ethernet cables, 2 ground wires. This one don't work, that's the actual recorder itself. I'll just get the camera set up on the tripod and I'll go through the reasons why these things are a complete piece of crap and you should buy a quality brand instead. I'm trying to do this on the kitchen worktop. You get some instructions, power supply. Now, the biggest issue with these is they're simply unbranded. So you get a manual with it, but in this example there is no brand name on this unit whatsoever. I don't know who manufactures it. Which the instructions are very comprehensive. Now the biggest issue with these is they need an application to set them up, and that application no longer exists, so you are unable to set this up. You scan that barcode on your phone, it takes you to an app, which then goes to a dubious Chinese website where you can then set it up, and it works through a cloud service from the manufacturer, whoever this is. Now, as I was saying, if you look on the bottom there, there is no brand name. There's a CE sticker, but I guess that isn't actually CE approved, it's just stuck on there just for the sake of it. There's a model number there which doesn't come up with anything, that just comes up with an Altec, which is the distributor who sold this thing, but the actual manufacturer is completely unknown. Now that is a big security risk, because first of all, although you can configure it with a web interface, it only works with Internet Explorer 4. Anything later than that it doesn't work, and there's no software updates for this thing, so it is pretty much completely useless. The cameras, again, camera, that's typical branding on it, model number, but don't come up with anything. Again, you need to scan that QR code to configure it. That I've tried connecting it to Ethernet, and it appears to be completely dead. The internal operating system isn't booting, but I can't get it to work, so I think it is knackered. Now this is all new old stock. Now, like I say, should avoid these simply because they're a dubious brand. You don't know what firmware is on them. There could be some spyware integrated into it. They're insecure. They need an app to set them up, which sends all your data to a Chinese cloud service, which, again, dubious. If you decide to forego that and set it up via a web browser, you're going to need a very old computer to set it up, because I simply cannot configure this with a modern computer. Now, what I'm going to do now is take this apart, because these really are just salvage only. I mean, the 48 volt power over Ethernet power supplies are useful, as is the hard drives. But really, when you're buying a CCTV system, you should buy a brand that's recognised, such as HIK Vision, but even them, they're banned in America because HIK Vision is owned by the Chinese state government. They're typically found everywhere else in the world, but just a cybersecurity issue. But if you have a cheap branded CCTV system, avoid these sort of things. Buy a decent brand. So, to part 2, the teardown. Right, now, I've taken this apart before, and I've looked at the main board inside, tried to identify who the manufacturer actually is, to try and get an updated version of the app. I've tried various apps for OEM white label CCTV recorders, and none of them work with this one. So you could, if you got a computer old enough, set this up, but remote monitoring via the web would work. It does support on. Also, the cameras appear to be not standard either, although there are power over Ethernet, they don't appear to be a standard, because I've tried some HIK vision cameras with this and it won't see them. It sees ONVIF cameras, and I was able to get a D-Link ONVIF camera working with this, but again, I won't want to connect this to the internet, so it's okay for local CCTV recordings, that sort of thing. Now, inside you've got 1 terabyte hard drive, which I've pulled and that's tested okay, so that's salvageable. I didn't pay a right lot for this lot. Mainboard with power over Ethernet extender card. Can't get that heatsink off to see what chip's under there, but there is a model number on the PCB, but a Google search turns up absolutely nothing. These chips typically have firmware built into them, which the on-screen display looks very similar, as you can see from this manual. Just a typical generic unit, but without an FCC ID number on it or anything like that, it's very difficult to see who actually manufactures this thing. But yeah, I think the camera's knackered with this particular unit, although the recorder appears to work. Not much inside it really. The teardown. Got the custom CCTV chip there, RAM chip. You've got a I2C EEPROM. The SAT interface will be built into the chip and everything. Quite commonly available ICs, but even software for that chip doesn't work, it just will not see it, so it's pretty much useless really. So this thing is going to get used for spare parts. I've actually had it on eBay for a while and it hasn't sold, but yeah, I think, like I said earlier, you wanted to buy a CCTV system for your home, don't want to spend much money, avoid the cheap stuff that you find on eBay, Amazon, with a brand name you've never heard of. Go for a decent brand. I mean, the Swan stuff's pretty cheap, HIK Vision's pretty cheap, but if you want to avoid the cheap Chinese stuff, get a quality UK, German, American brand. So, but yeah, that'll fetch 20 quid. The 48 volt power supply, wherever that's gone, that'll fetch probably another 20 quid maybe. So, yeah, basically it's just a lot of shite. Place Ethernet card. I will do some more teardowns of some military equipment as well, but this is just a quick one. So I haven't got much time today to record anything and I want to spend a bit of time in those videos. So work bit. I've got a bang of that woman next door tapping on the wall. Yeah, there's a part number on there. MP3520 POE. Now, if you search for MP3520 on Google, it just comes with a few results, but nothing that's any use. Got a chip on there, can't see what that is. Realtek Ethernet chip, that looks like. I can't even read that. So, nope, sorry, can't tell what that is. So, they're all glued on. So yeah, these sort of things are sold as a kit typically for about £150, €150, that sort of thing. And I think they pose a huge security risk. Because typically software is never updated, and you can tell because it is a very old version of Internet Explorer, because it uses ActiveX to be able to make the web interface work. And there's nothing on the back, another EEPROM by the look of it. I think that's all there is to it. Right, well, you know I'm not going to finish a video without blowing something up, so let's get rid of this Chinese piece of crap for good. Right, I think 24 volts should do it. Let's set the belts through. $24 volts at 5 amps. Oof, dear. Oh dear, I exploded first. Oof. There. Ow, right in face. Okay. I think it's broken. If I come to focus on it. Come on, use this free camera. Set the PCBs there, that's why. I'm gonna focus on it, yeah. That's broken. Now for the mainboard. Oof. Oof, that's obviously the regulator. Well, yeah, I think that's busted. One Chinese piece of crap destroyed. Thanks for watching.